Hey, this G Butterfly, and I'm coming to you live from the dining room. This is for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I have one question, and if somebody can answer it, not somebody, honey, Chris Fletcher, I need you to answer the question. Were you in Atlanta with Marsau like he said? I'm curious. But anyway, let's get on to the episode where it picks up where it left off last week. And it left off where Jaylon was telling Miss Wanda to pretty much sit her ass down and quit calling the women bitches in his housewarming party. Kimmie said, you can have whatever energy you want, but we won't be having no bitches up in here. Wanda said, you called me out. That sounds so juvenile. Wanda said, you called me out. Kimmie said, I ain't call you at all. I said, oh yes, Kimmie, get her, honey. I need you to get her. Wanda said, well, everybody just need to be quiet and shut the F up. Wanda said, I'm sorry if I misled you, Kimmie. But I said what I said and I meant what I meant. No, Miss Wanda, you did not mislead Kimmie. You called everybody in there bitch. That's not misleading. You said exactly what you said. And you were real clear. They really should have kicked your ass out the party, Miss Wanda. That was my thought. Now, I did laugh when Miss Wanda walked away straight on up to the space table and said, who got next? I said, that's a true space. She said, who got next? Just dismissing all of them. But Kimmie, you the reason this fiasco happened. You invited Miss Wanda. Yes, Kimmie, you my favorite on the show, but you are the reason all this fiasco happened with Wanda. And you already know what Miss Wanda gives. Miss Wanda cut up everywhere she go, and she did not disappoint. Marsau's face, in my opinion, said, here she go again, bringing the drama. Yes, Miss Wanda gonna bring the drama every time. Tisha in the background rolling her eyes. Marsau and Maurice walk away. In the confessional, I thought that Marsau pretty much said that he tired of Miss Wanda's shit, always causing problems. In his confessional, to me, that's what he said. He just tired of Miss Wanda. And I took a whole lot of notes. So when you see me looking away, that's what I'm doing, looking at my notes. He told Maurice when they walked away that Wanda is the reason that Tisha is hurting. And I can agree with that. In part, she is. She's not the sole reason, but she plays a big part. And Maurice's face when he drank his water or vodka said the shit is getting ready to hit the fan. Marsau came across while talking to Maurice like he was really prepping him for something. I don't know, but it just seemed like Marsau, Marsau was like trying to prep Maurice for something. But I think he got around to it a little bit later. And it was like he was trying to get Maurice to like jump on his side. He said he's only a bad dad if his 3 kids feel like he's a bad dad. And I guess that's all that really matters, you know, how his children feel about him. But in the first few seasons, he came across as very detached from his kids and from Kimmie. Not Kimmie, Tisha, but maybe he's gotten better in these last seasons, the last 2 seasons. The first 2 seasons, he seemed very hands-off. Now, Wanda was lurking off to the side, looking like a fish out of water. You could tell when nobody really feeling Miss Wanda at that party. It's real obvious. Nobody wasn't fooling around with her. Maurice said to Marsau, please work this out before you go to Atlanta. Marsau said, I'm going to Atlanta to look for a spot for black. And if it just happened to be on at the same time Martell has his event, I'm going to just go with that. I said, child, Marsau is a liar. I don't care what he says. He gonna make sure that when he go to look for his property for black, that it's the time that Martell has his event in Atlanta. So that's all that was to that. Because he said, I'm just gonna go with that. That choice of words lets me know that he's just gonna make sure that he's there when Martell is there, when the whole little group get back together again. Maurice gave him some good advice when he said, make sure it's good before you go to ATL. But what he was saying was, make sure your house is straight with your wife. Maurice know it's something. Maurice know that something either went on, could possibly go on, and he's telling brother, you better get your shit together before you go. That's really what he's trying to tell Marsau. He said, you are in a different place in your life. That's what Maurice told Marsau. I think that was really code for, man, you on TV. If you get to cheating, you're going to get busted. Now, that's what I think that meant. But I could be wrong. You know, hey. I'm just looking at the show like everybody else. I could be wrong. But that's what I got from that. Marsau was trying to convince Maurice that he and Letitia were all good. The negativity was not penetrating their relationship, but I think he was more so trying to convince himself, because Maurice was just looking at him. But I think Marsau is trying to convince himself. You cannot make me believe that all of that negativity somewhere is not creeping in. And since Tisha is questioning him the way she did last week in that car about the pictures and everything that's going on, it's already penetrating. So who is Marsau really trying to convince? I think he's trying to convince himself. What you think? You think so? Now, Melody's mom, Miss Van, came over to her house to help her kind of prepare for her event that she had coming. And Miss Van looked so good. She had on that cute leopard outfit. I said, "Ooh, she got on her cougar clothes." But I was just joking around. But her outfit was very pretty. Miss Van's outfit was real, real cute. They talked about the name change and the direction Mel was taking her business and her personal life, her rebranding. And I say, hey, kudos to Mel. Do your thing, girl. I thought it was just awesome that she's really striving in that area and just trying to progress professionally and personally. I know all of that has to take a toll on her. Everything she went through with her divorce, and it was in front of millions of people. You know, some of us can get a divorce and nobody know, but the husband, the wife, and the judge, and lawyers if they're involved. But Melody and Martell Holt's divorce was very public. All right, Mel said all negative things will stay in the past. That probably include Martell. I'm sure that's what she meant, because she kept stressing all negative things. And that's when she was talking about the name change. So I said, I think she was talking about Martell too. She was just doing a little shade on him. Now, Kimmie and Tiffany met up to have lunch, dinner, or whatever it was. I say the same thing about this little segment, that it was worthless. Just like the scene between Destiny and Tiffany when they met up at the jumping place, the trampoline place. I thought it was just a waste of time, probably just to fill a little space in the show. I didn't think it was really worth much. Tiffany kept saying that she want to have a baby. The husband tells her, you need to spend more time with me. You don't have a lot of time. I wanted to say, Kimmie's confessional dress was really cute. That cantaloupe color dress, I say, now sometime her confessional clothes be horrible, but that dress was gorgeous. I really like that. Kimmie told her that she passed her exam for her brokerage license, and I thought that was awesome. One thing that Kimmie said was when she met Maurice, her husband is Maurice, when she met Maurice, she had been in corporate America all of her life in executive management positions, but before she said she's been a nurse for 20 years. So maybe she worked in nursing leadership. I don't know. But that's what she said. Now back to Louis telling Tiffany that she doesn't really have enough time for a baby. She don't have time for him. How is she going to make it work? And Tiffany said, well, women can do anything, can't we? I said, oh, you sound silly, Tiffany. If you know you don't have time for your husband right now, where are you going to find time for a newborn baby? A child who's going to take up a lot of time, need constant attention. And I was right there with Kimmie when Kimmie said in her confessional, if you can find time for a baby, you can find time right now to make time for your husband. Seems like it's pretty simple to me, but I'm sure Tiffany will make it pretty complicated. But anyway, they both agreed that they don't like girls trips, and I thought that was funny. So that was pretty cute. And Kimmie actually said, people make time for what they want to make time for. So if Louis is constantly telling Tiffany, you need to make time for me, you need to make time for me, and she's not doing it, what does that say about what she really has time for? But she wants to make time to go on a trip with Mel to go find her father in Ottawa. I think that's how it's pronounced. Ottawa, something like that. Alabama. So that's where her father, I guess, may be. Well, the scene comes over to Martell. He's talking to someone named Danielle. He was talking to her via FaceTime, WebEx, Zoom. I don't know how he was talking to her. He was using a computer. And they were strategizing over how she was going to help him take and possibly pass his builder's license exam. And I really hope he passes test and gets his own builder's license. And that will be a stumbling block out of his way as far as his progression. Because yes, he did some fucked up shit in his marriage, but you know, everybody needs the opportunity to bounce back and do better. And remember, he has 5 kids, 5 children he has to provide for. So let's just hope that he's able to pass his exam and then elevate to higher levels. And hopefully he's going to be successful. All right. And again, I think that was just a filler scene, him talking to the young lady on the computer. Melody's event for her skincare line is called 7th Avenue, and she named it after where the street she grew up on. So I thought that was neat. But it was formerly called Embrace. So that was really nice. Now, Kimmie, KeKe, Stormi, and Tiffany were at the event. And also, YouTuber Bondi Blue was there. She looked so pretty. Bondi Blue was there. She got a little camera time. I said, all right, Bondi Blue, go ahead. I thought that was really nice that she was on there. Now, Tiffany's confessional look was very pretty. A lot of people always talk about her look, and I know I have too, because sometimes she be looking a hot mess. But I thought her confessional look was very pretty. Now, you can tell she like all that gaudy jewelry. That's her taste. Cool, go with it. But I thought her confessional look was pretty. Tiffany was messy as hell because she said she don't see why they can't get along and celebrate each other. Tiffany, go take a nap. You messy. So that's some of the reason why y'all can't get along and can't celebrate each other. So I think you just forgot what you've done in last season and this season, but you just needed to say something in your confessional. So we're going to let you just go with that. Now, both Stormi and Kimmie dresses were cute. I really did. Kimmie always, well, when she's out and about, she's cute, but sometimes those confessionals, like I said earlier, she look a mess. But production was so messy because you know they were at Lee's current event launching her line. Production was messy because they did a little recap when they were at her other launching and she had security put tissue out. I say, ooh, that was so shady. That was so shady. But hey, doing what they got to do for TV. But anyway, KeKe arrives. Her outfit was not cute. I didn't think so, but I thought her ponytail was very cute. She said, "Hi, Stormi. You remember me?" I thought that was just a weird way to address her, especially if they already know each other. Or you know, I don't know. I just thought this shit must be made up just for TV. Stormi said, "Kinda," but the look on her face said, "I ain't feeling you." That's just what I thought. Because they did a little hug and Stormi's face was like, "I'm not fighting you, but I'm not feeling you, but I kind of remember you. Yeah, whatever." KeKe said, "I'm Letitia's cousin." I hollered because Stormi Smooth walked off and did her little dance. And just walked off while KeKe was still trying to explain who she was. And KeKe asked Tiffany, "Did she just shade or ignore me?" I took Stormi actions two ways. She strikes me as the type to pop off. So I think KeKe's energy may have kind of just triggered her when she approached me. "You remember me? I'm Tisha's cousin." I think that probably got under Stormi's skin a little bit because I think when she like walked off, she probably did that as a way to calm herself down and not stay in that negative energy because she know how her energy can get. So I think that's what she did. Or she's danced off to just tell KeKe, "Kiss my ass. I ain't really fooling with you today." You know, that could have been what it was. Maybe, maybe not. KeKe said, "Well, I'm going to get to the bottom of this." This was she telling Tiffany. "I'm going to get to the bottom of this." No, you're not. You're acting like your Aunt Wanda with a messy ass. So KeKe was standing 4 feet from Stormi, but she was talking to Kimmie. And I hate when people do that. Don't talk to the person standing right there when you really want to talk to the person that's standing right there. That is so juvenile. And that's, I think, how a lot of issues always get started when you just don't address the person that you need to address. But that's that, that's being very passive aggressive. And I applaud I applaud Stormi for sitting there and just like, okay, yeah. She wasn't really engaging in what KeKe was trying to give her. She really wasn't. And Kimmie told KeKe, she's sitting right there. So Kimmie recognized that KeKe was being messy, passive aggressive, instead of just talking to Stormi because she didn't like how Stormi walked off from her. That's all it was. KeKe said that she was being dry shaded. Can somebody out there tell me what does dry shade mean? I don't know. And I'm being honest. I don't know what does dry shade mean. So can somebody tell me what that means? KeKe really felt dismissed when Stormi walked off from her. That's what it was. She felt like she was being dismissed. Now, Stormi said, "You know what? I'm really sorry if I made you feel that way." And Stormi's facial expression, body language, it looked like she was genuinely sorry that she made KeKe feel some kind of way. Then KeKe had to haul off and say, "It's not about how I feel." Well, yes, it is, because you said you felt dismissed. So how is it not about how you feel? I don't know. KeKe got the rambling on and off. Hell, I got a headache trying to just listen to her because she was making no sense. It was like she was just trying to do something in the scene to be in the scene, if that makes sense. She just didn't like that Stormi didn't really pay her much attention. And that was just period. She just didn't like it. And she didn't know how else to address it. And her delivery just didn't go over well. It pretty much fell flat. Kimmie and KeKe talk about the pajama party. And Kimmie could not make her understand that the company that she was in was not the company to have the conversation regarding the conversation she had previously had with Tisha regarding Marsau possibly cheating. KeKe just couldn't get it. And Kimmie was pretty much saying, that's your cousin. That was just not the place to have that conversation. Kimmie said, I've been to events in the last 4 years and you just haven't been around, KeKe, so I was just surprised to see you there. KeKe said that she hadn't been going to events because Tisha was her cousin. And if Tisha was pretty much falling out with somebody, she didn't want to go. Well, she said she felt like that's being very juvenile and she just wasn't going to do it anymore. So now when she's invited somewhere, she's going to go to the event. And rightfully so. If she's invited, she can go if she wants to. She said it was all childish and she just wasn't doing it anymore. Production cut to KeKe saying that she and Tisha had an open conversation about Marsau cheating. Kimmie basically said, you shouldn't have discussed that. I say once again, production was being shady because they just busted KeKe out because KeKe was saying what she didn't say. Production showed what she really did say. Kimmie shut KeKe down and said that she's not going to go back and forth with her because she's Tisha's cousin and everything she said is on tape. And Kimmie got up and said, child, I'm going to go get in this milk bath. And she walked on off and left KeKe sitting there by herself. Kimmie, Marsau, Tisha, and Maurice went out to eat. The show is kind of winding down. And Tisha walked in. Child, wow, I thought she walked in looking like Cookie Lines. I said, come on through Cookie Lines with that coat. Maurice brings up Jaylon's party. Kimmie said she thought Wanda was going to be on her best behavior. Kimmie, why did you think that? Wanda is never on her best behavior. She's always on mess behavior, not best, mess behavior. That's what Miss Wanda is, on mess behavior. And you should have known that. So again, I go back to saying you were the reason that the party had the little incident involving Wanda calling all of y'all a bitch. Tisha asks, well, what can I do? What can I do? Yes, that's my mama, but what can I do? She grown. Kimmie said, you can ban her. Tisha, watch my video about 2 or 3 videos back. I said what you need to do to get your mama in line. Do what I said in that video to get your mama in line, and all of these problems will just go away. All right. Well, you're going to have to go look at that video to see what I said you need to do. But anyway, she said she need to ban her mama. They asked Marsau, can you ban her? He pretty much laughed it off like, yeah, I can ban her because I'm the man of my house and I need to protect and provide for my family. And if we're not on the same page when it comes to that, I'm just going to have to deal with it later, but I'm going to have to do what I have to do. Teacher was like, he ain't banning my mama. And guess what? He not, because Tisha going to give him hell about that. The conversation jumped over to Tisha saying that they had to go to Wanda's house for a tasting. Now, everybody know in prior episodes, Wanda says she's getting her a food truck and she's going to be selling some show enough potatoes. I hope her business is successful. I want to see any entrepreneur, especially a black woman. If you can get a business and it's successful, I say go for it, Miss Wanda. I think it was Maurice asked them, so are y'all committed to her business? Marsau said, we're committed to giving her well wishes. Tisha said, no, we're committed to giving her a check. And what's her name? Kimmie said, Marsau, you talk a big talk, but you gonna write that check. And Tisha sitting there like he damn sure is. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. I hope everything works out well for Miss Wanda and her business. Marsau started talking about the issue with KeKe and Tisha is due to Tisha telling Martell and Melody something personal about KeKe, and I'm assuming it's gonna come out the next episode or the episode after that because he talked around it, but he said that it has something to do with what Tisha told Martell and Melody personal about KeKe. He said he wouldn't apologize, and Tisha told KeKe that, you know, I've already apologized for this. Well, Marsau said he wouldn't apologize. So we're gonna have to see how this gonna all play out in the next couple of episodes. But this one was filled up with a lot of just mess. That's all it was, a lot of mess. Next week look like it's going to be a little interesting. It look like a couple of people going to be popping off, so we'll see how that's going to turn out. Wherever you're watching me on YouTube, thanks for coming to my channel. Please consider subscribing, like this video, and please leave me some comments. I'll see you later. This is G Butterfly.